It's time. Max.
That arch, though. Balloon arch.
There's no form more graceful than the arch. No object more whimsical than the balloon.
It's not time. We can't lose Max.
It's time.
Come on, Elle. Oh, God.
Of course you wanted help. She would have come to me! Not Eddie!
She couldn't.
Not that freak, never!
Look how you act.
I never should have let you in the door.
Come on, man.
Never should have knocked.
Ooh.
You got 5 seconds to wake her up. 3.
Whoa! Nice. Little girl, you fucking piece of shit.
No!
Oh, God, no. Yo.
Hi.
Watergate. He still has a chance if he goes back there. Oh, did he just loop around? Oh, fuck.
I didn't know what to do, so I ran away.
Can't lose Eddie.
You're not heroes.
Oh, man. I'm dying over here. Yes, Lucas. Fuck. Just like Billy with the plate over Steve. She's here.
Are you real? Did I make you?
Superhero.
I piggybacked from a pizza dough freezer.
Huh. When you say it like that.
What?
The slow walk too. The fact that they're not just going right at each other.
If you touch her again, I will kill you again.
Yes.
Is that what you did? This is going to be beautiful.
Yeah, when you die, bitch.
So beautiful.
Night King! Night King! Woo! Fuck, Dustin's hurt too. Swarming up. I was most scared for Steve. I think I'm most scared for him right now.
Before I kill you, I want you to watch.
You sick fuck. Everything's going to shit right now. Lucas can't even wake her up.
Papa is dead! He's the monster, Henry. Not me.
Oh no, he looks like a monster.
Not you.
Trying to tell me that's not a monster?
He did not make me into this.
You did. You've seen more of his origin. The Vecna origin.
I became an explorer. An explorer of a realm unspoiled by mankind.
Shadow.
Means to realize my potential.
Mind Flayer.
Become the predator I was always born to be.
Yo, that's where he formed. His form. Henry made him what he is. God damn.
You can still stop this.
It's over, Lemon.
Even going back to last season in the bite, that episode means so much more now. No! You're gonna kill off everyone? What the hell is going on here?
It will all be over soon.
No. Please. She's floating. With no music this time.
Mike, don't stop. Okay, you're the heart.
El, do you hear me?
Come on,
I
Elle.
love you. You just have to fight. Okay?
My goodness, what an idea. Why didn't I think of that?
Fight!
No! Oh man. She is so hurt. What was that shit? Light him up. Murray's been a badass all season, I gotta say.
Phase 4.
Phase 4. Burn that shit to the ground. Main 1. The boss bitch. More guns? Fucking sword?
And your friends believe you have won. Don't you?
Yup.
But this is only the beginning. The beginning of the end.
There is going to be one more season. The final season. Torch this motherfucker.
Have already lost.
No. You have.
Woo! Yo, this is a Kate Bush remix. This is fucking epic. Woo! Let's go. Yeah, yeah. Freddy Krueger. Look at her eyes. Yo. Hopefully she can still see after this. I'm glad she's alive though. Ooh. This is nuts. Let's go. Whew. Nancy freaking Wheeler. Son of a bitch. I already know there's gonna be more tears, even if it's not completely over. Once Hopper reunites with Elle. Where'd he go? Eddie too. Fuck.
No, you're gonna be fine. We just gotta get you to a hospital, okay? Okay. I didn't run away this time, right? No.
I should have killed him off. Fuck.
This thing actually could graduate. I think it's my year, Anderson. I think it's finally my year.
Why they gotta do Eddie like this, man? Oh.
Eddie.
Fuck! Man, I freaking... I was just talking about how good the casting is in the show, the new additions.
We need a doctor! Call an ambulance! Hurry, call an ambulance!
I hate
Just hold on.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I don't want to die. I'm not ready.
You're not gonna die. Please just hang on.
I want to go on. I don't want to.
You're not gonna die. Just hang on.
Oh my god, they actually killed her off. Let's end this fucking season. The end of the world. It's starting. There's no fucking way this is actually happening. It's like this is the end. I don't believe this is real. There's gotta be a way to rewind time. Turn the clock back.
You're not going.
Please tell me you're gonna Green Mile this shit.
Give him to me. Give him to me, might still be time.
Wake up, Max. 2 days later. It's like the end of the world. What do you mean 2 days later? Leaving Hawkins. Better be for good this time. And some people are just coming back.
It's been less than 48 hours since a 7.4 magnitude earthquake rocked.
Yeah, they can just chalk it up to that.
Most recently, a string of high school students were killed in a series of ritualistic murders which have been linked to a local satanic cult known as Hellfire.
So he's always going to be known as a killer. They're not going to clear his name.
I'm gonna order a pizza.
Pizza?
Surf's up. Our gang's all back together. Look at this squad here.
You are never going on vacation again, you hear me? In fact, you can forget about college. You are staying right here.
He opened his eyes, and further words died in his throat.
Speedy, I'm here, my God. I'm here in the territories.
She's alive. That's all that matters.
We've been calling you guys like crazy.
I know. We came as soon as we heard.
Her heart stopped for over a minute.
El saved her.
Died.
El brought her back.
Doctors don't know how. They say it's a miracle.
I found another jar of peanut butter and this crunchy stuff. Robin.
Oh
Hi.
shit.
Hey,
You guys might want to talk.
Sorry if that came out weird. What are you doing here? I didn't mean it like, what are you doing here? I just meant like, oh, what are you doing here? Like, wow, nice surprise. Great to see you. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's like sometimes my mouth is moving faster than my brain. Thank you so much.
Steve's the man. I don't know why I was so worried about him with the bites.
Mr. Munson,
Changing his photo.
I was with him when the earthquake hit.
And where is Eddie now?
I can't believe they killed him off.
I wish everyone had gotten to know him. Really know him. Because they would have loved him. Mr. Munson. They would have loved him. Mr. Munson, he's
The hero.
a hero.
Hank.
Yes! Please tell me this is real. Don't play with my heart. Don't play with my emotions anymore. Come on, Stranger Things.
The door opened 3 inches. I never stopped believing.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
You look
Skinny.
Not fat.
your hair.
Your hair. I kind of stole your look, kid.
Kinda did. It works though.
Well, what do you think?
Bitchin'.
Bitchin'. man, this is amazing. Feels. I thought the last episode was emotional. Oh my god. My heart.
I'm happy you went to your conference.
Hey.
You grown.
You shrunk.
Huh. Man, I love this. What the hell? We can't just leave on a happy moment. It's not snowing. It's like the Upside Down has arrived. Holy shit. What the fuck? Hell on earth? They're gonna end it there? Oh my god. And now we have to wait like another 3 years for season 5, the final season. That episode, that finale was absolutely incredible. Man, oh man, that was an emotional one. Let me slide on over here. I got a call from work, I should say, for my my patrons, Patreon people. You might see a clip at some point. I think it was right before Hop and them were saved in Russia. That I got a phone call from work, so you might see a brief cut, but it was probably the perfect time because it was right before all the emotional stuff happened and went down. But I just want to bring that to your attention. You might see a brief cut, and also I think it was a little bit darker when I did turn it back on and start filming afterwards. It was probably about 25 minutes or so later. So yeah. Something to keep in mind. You might notice it yourself. But yeah, all right. That was Stranger Things, the season finale, part 2, chapter 9, the Piggyback. And my God, what an incredible finale. I absolutely loved it. It was crazy long. It was probably a good thing that I did take that brief intermission when I got that call, because this was like 2.5 hours. A lot went down. The main thing, the biggest loss, I should say, Eddie. Come on, man. Max too, she was so close to death. She actually did die. I cried for her death. And then thanks to Elle, she was brought back. She got green miled. It wasn't too late, thank God. But man, this whole episode, like my nose is still stuffed. I lost a lot of bodily fluids this episode from crying so much and sweating, like the intensity. This was a 10 out of 10 episode. Absolutely insane. Vecna's still out there, so they didn't actually finish him off, so he's going to be back for season 5, the final season, the Mind Flayer. That whole explanation, too, of the Mind Flayer, of how his form came to be, how he actually came to that form. Thanks to Vecna, Henry, whatever you want to call him, but my God. I just want to give a second here. Major shout out to Eddie. I don't know the actor that plays him. I don't know his real name, but man. What was that? What is this little squeal? Come here, buddy. Yeah. All right. You really want some attention. All right. You can sit in my lap, okay? Whew. So, yeah. Eddie, he went out like a hero, man. He said near the start of the season, he's like, I ran because he was so scared. And then this time, even when they did the flashback to that, when the swarm was like chasing him and everything, and then it's like, I didn't run. The intensity. There's so many epic moments. I'm so thankful he got that epic moment where he's playing the guitar, straight badass. That was the most metal thing I've ever seen. I am not a freaking rocker by any means, as you guys can tell. I'm a hip-hopper, if anything, but I still love myself some rock and some heavy metal and all that jazz, except for jazz. I don't really like jazz, but pretty much every other genre, I'll at least give it a chance, and I can probably choose at least one song or two from every genre that I do like, or artist that I can find. But that moment itself, that was the most metal thing I've ever seen in my life. Man, with the visuals, it felt like just a badass music video with the red in the background and Dustin by his side, just playing on top of the trailer. That was freaking incredible. One of the coolest shots we've seen in this entire series. The visuals all season long, honestly, they kind of blew me away. They deserve all the credit in the world for that. Whoever's in charge of that, the visual, I don't even know what they would be called. The casting as well, I gave them a major shout out. But the Duffer Bros, You fuckers, you killed off Eddie. His very first scene this season, when he was first introduced, I think when we first met him in the cafeteria, my nose is freaking stuff. Apologies, guys. I know you guys don't want to hear that, but I was crying like pretty much the entire episode. That one scene, oh my god, that was incredible. I should probably check after if there's a... I don't know. Let me skim through this. While I talk, I'm going to skip through this. I'm just going to mute it because there is a post-credit scene. I know there was last season, right? Or was it 2 seasons ago? No, it was last season with the Americans, so I should probably skim through it very quick while I keep talking. But Eddie, when he was first introduced in the cafeteria, I didn't like him that initial scene. But then I think it was the scene afterwards in the woods with Chrissy when he was actually selling her the drugs. And that's when I started to like both her characters. I thought she was going to be like the... I don't know, like the popular girl, the head cheerleader bitch of the high school. That was not the case. She seemed like a sweetheart. And then him, I thought he was, I don't know, just like, I thought he was being like a shithead to the youngins with Dustin and Mike, especially when they were so scared to talk to him before about postponing the Vecna event and Dungeons and Dragons and the end of his campaign. The way he came off when he's just like, and he like shoved them and everything. He's like, go find more. It's like, you can find a replacement. There's plenty of other lost sheep out there. I didn't like him that scene. Then afterwards, the scene with Chrissy, when they started to build rapport with each other, I'm like, man, I may have had him, I read him all wrong. I actually really like his character. Oh God, it's just starting up again. I want to skim through it to the very end, but I'm just gonna mute it. And then by the end of the episode, with the scream and everything, like, Chrissy, I do not like this, wake up. By the end of the episode, I was on board. I was on the Eddie train. I'm like, all right, I'm a fan. They better not kill him off at this point. And then at the very end of the season, man, not only that badass moment with when he put on the rock concert, and it definitely felt like a music video also. And I was even saying during the episode, it kind of felt like a throwback to when Nightmare on Elm Street with Freddy Krueger, when he was super popular. I know he appeared, I think it was Alice Cooper. If I'm wrong, somebody else let me know in the comments down below for any horror fans. I'm sure you guys already know which song I'm talking about, or the music video with Freddy. I think it was on the soundtrack for one of the films too. Probably Dream Master, if any, because I feel like that was at like the height of his popularity. But it was a video very similar to that. Well, like a girl was running through the Elm Street house, much like Max was running through the Creel house here. And then he was just playing with, put on the rock show, the rock concert, everything with Eddie. It was pretty much like, I think it was Alice Cooper from the music video. So that felt like a throwback in itself. It was freaking so well done. And then on top of that, they gave him the extra badass moment where he kind of got to be a hero. And man, I was bawling my eyes out all episode. Like they got me quite a few times, even afterwards when Dustin went to speak to his uncle. And it really sucks too, because no one's ever going to know that he was a hero. Everyone's just gonna know him as the killer, the weirdo, just the satanic guy in the cult or part of the Hellfire Club. And that's another one, Jason too, man, he freaking got it. All right, buddy, you gotta chill a little bit longer, okay? And then, yeah, just seeing the posters and people were vandalizing it, putting like devil horns and everything, and then the uncle taking it down, putting up fresh ones, and he was even saying to Dustin, like, I'm gonna keep on putting up new ones until we find him. My nephew is still missing. Like, he was the only one, aside from our group, who actually knew Eddie, that truly knows who he was and believes he's innocent. And then in that moment, I don't know, it was getting me. And then Dustin, job well done to him. Come here, buddy. You were too much. Job well done on Justin's behalf too. Like, basically, he didn't tell him the truth, but he let his uncle know who Eddie actually was in the final moments of his life, and just so he doesn't have to keep searching, he can kind of lay everything to rest. He gave him the necklace and everything. I think was the guitar pick on it. Man, R.I.P. Eddie. He was such a fantastic character. When I was saying at the very beginning, like the characters that I'm most worried for before I jumped into this. Oops, let me skip forward back a bit. I'm just watching this on mute right now, going through the credits. I want to make sure I'm not missing any post-credit scene, but oh no, man, it just really, really sucks. I might have saw something too. I didn't read the interview, but I think I saw a headline too with the actor. I don't know the actor's name, where they asked him if he would want to come back. He's like, yeah, bring me back for season 5. So I didn't think he was going to be killed off. But at the start of the episode, when I was talking about like the people that I'm most worried for, Steve with the infection, I don't think they ever went back to the infection. Did they kind of forget about it? Did it just not do anything? The bat bites? Because later on, when Eddie was first getting bit, I was like, fuck, he got bit too. So if Steve's going to die, now Eddie's going to die too because of the bites if the infection spreads. But I don't know if making it out of the Upside Down changed that. But Is that something that they're going to bring back? Because now that the upside down is in the right side up in our world, taking over, maybe it doesn't matter anymore. Maybe the infection will spread once again. I don't know how it all works. They didn't really explain it. I was expecting a little bit more, if I'm being completely honest. So, yeah, hopefully next season does expand a little bit. That might be a Steve storyline. I thought he was going to die. So, man, and Max, I cried for her death as well. This season was definitely dark. I don't know if it's just because of recency bias, but I feel like I'm pretty good when it comes to that kind of stuff. But I was about to say, I think this is my favorite season of the show. As crazy as that is, as crazy as that sounds, because I don't know, just the whole horror vibe. I feel like they took it to the next level with Vecna, and then I know it's kind of retconning it as well, but going back and then interjecting him into the previous story, even though he wasn't part of the previous seasons, it worked for me. In certain cases like that, it could have gone each way. Regardless, it could have ruined the previous seasons for me, or like in this case, it really improved upon it. So yeah, I just really enjoyed this season. The horror vibes, especially the emotional moments, got me pretty much every season. I know I didn't feel my reactions to previous seasons, but I never cried as much as this. But pretty much every finale, especially the emotional moments, like last season was the letter when they were leaving Hawkins and reading Hopper's letter back. I broke down like crazy for that. The season before that with the snowball, I broke down at the snowball, especially with Dustin when he couldn't find anyone to dance, and then Nancy was helping him out. I freaking love that as well. At the end of the first season, I don't think it was the final moments because there was nothing really sad at the very end of the first season. It doesn't look like there's a post-credit scene here. But right before the end of the first season, never mind the final moments of it, but the stuff with Hopper and his daughter, when we got to see everything dying of cancer, that definitely got me. So every season has gotten me at least once, as crazy as that is. So this show, and it's honestly, it's like a roller coaster. It's so good with just the range of emotions. Like there's intense moments where I'm screaming like, run for your life. And there's other moments like, I didn't even bring up the badass epic moment with Hopper and the sword. Man, that was freaking crazy. That was like some true Dungeons and Dragons shit. When he took out the Demogorgon, like he chopped off limbs and everything, that was absolutely phenomenal. I freaking loved it. I wasn't even sure about the end though, because of all the mind games that were being played all throughout the entire season. When Hopper actually walked in, I was still questioning him, like, is this actually real? I feel like Vecna might be, maybe he got a hold of Elle when she went to visit Max, and now he's playing up on wanting to see Hop and all that. So I don't know, I just wasn't really buying it, to be honest, that Hopper was actually there at the end. Ghost, what are you doing to the door? I just didn't know what was real, what was fake, because that's another thing that they did so well. And on top of all the visuals with like the nightmare sequences, just not sure what was actually real, what was fake. So even at the end, during a happy moment, I was questioning it all if it was actually real. So that was phenomenal. Man, this season, like I said, 10 out of 10 finale. This might even be a 10 out of 10. Man, maybe a 9.5 out of 10 season. Like, it doesn't get much better than this, to be honest. Like, it hit all the right notes, at least for me. I don't know about you guys. I definitely want to hear from you guys in regards to overall ratings into the whole entire season, but the finale also, because this, did you guys break down like I did? Because this episode, you guys saw it, it got to me quite a few times. I think the only other time I've ever shed this many tears for a reaction was for Hold the Door. So, yeah, no spoilers, of course, for anybody that doesn't know that reference, but Hold the Door. I think that was the only other time. Ghost, what are you doing, buddy? Really? Why are you all stretched out like that? But another thing I did want to talk about, because I mentioned the mind games this season and all the other stuff too. I might as well close this. Yeah, there's no bonus scene. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But with the mind games and stuff too, like there was a lot of different stuff. Another thing that I did want to bring up, what was it? Ghost! You were going off. What did you want to add? Did you got more to say for the recap? Come here, buddy. He's just laying on his side, just looking at me. Every time I turn away, he meows. Oh my god. The other thing I did want to bring up before I forget this point too, aside from all the visuals and the mind games and stuff like that too, I feel like at the heart of it, and it's very important to say this too, because as someone that does suffer from depression, it comes in waves. I 100% get that. And maybe that is part of the reason why quite a few of these scenes, especially the Max scene earlier on this season, like it really got to me in that moment, just not giving up, holding on. bottling things up, not opening up to others, to friends, to family, especially when you're going through stuff. I feel like that was just overall depression was a major part of this season, and I definitely feel like it's important to talk about. And if anything, maybe that's a message to get across to open up more for people. So yeah, I felt like that was very important, and it was handled so freaking well. Just holding on, having hope. The way that they showcased it, especially with Max and her whole story arc this season, I thought it was honestly so well done. I feel so bad for her in the end. Like, she got screwed over. Man, I don't know what stage she's going to be in. I don't know how long we're going to have to wait till the next season now. Like, season 5, 3 years from now. When did season 2 air? Let me check. I'm on the Wikipedia right now I have the episode titles in front of me. So, July 4th, 2019. Oh, wow. I'm actually watching this on July 4th, 2022. Was the season 3 finale. So, 3 freaking years. Are you kidding me? What are you doing, buddy? Did you get stuck? I'm almost done, buddy. So, yeah, that is freaking crazy. But where we left off now, Hell on Earth, the Upside Down is here. I don't even know what to expect for next season. It's still a whiles away. This whole season was absolutely phenomenal. But you are killing me. Why are you so scared? What do you want? You just want to play, eh? Yeah. Sorry guys, he's going off right now. I'm almost done, okay? But yeah, where we left off, just everybody just stand there in Hawkins. I'm glad everybody came back together. Next season, hopefully we're not as spread apart either, because even though I definitely appreciated Hopper and them with Jägermeister and his storyline, just they do a great job, don't get me wrong, when it comes to separating all these characters into different groups and giving them all different storylines and then intertwining them all, having them all link up later. They do a phenomenal job at it, but I don't know, we went through basically the entire season without a lot of our cast being together. There's some different groups, but yeah, hopefully next season, especially if it's the end of the world, we're going to have to stick together. You know, there's going to be some episodes where we do separate. Everybody does their own thing, where, especially if we're taking down Vecna, the Mind Flayer, and the Upside Down, fucking destroying that for good. Everybody's probably going to have their own job. They're each going to have to do their own objective in order to take them out, take everything out, to shut every gate, to close it all, shut it all down. I don't even know how next season's going to play out. If it's the final season, you know it's going to be epic though. But yeah, just very briefly too, before I kind of wrap things up here, it's going to kind of try my best to go through as many characters as possible, see where they're currently at. And yeah, first thing that comes to mind too with Max is I really did like the fact that, because Dustin was like, oh, you guys don't know when everybody came back to Hawkins. I'm really glad that Lucas is staying by her side and Erica was there also. Man, it was super intense with the jocks this episode also. Like Jason, I know probably a lot of people hate his character, and this might seem like the non-typical thing for me to say too, because typically I would hate his type of character as a jock, but from his standpoint, he wasn't doing anything wrong. Like, he was trying to do the right thing, even though he was way off base, way off track. But at the same time, he wanted to do the right thing, especially to make it up to Chrissy. But he just had it all completely wrong. But he got completely obliterated afterwards. He didn't really deserve that. So yeah, I might as well shout him out also, but I just wanted to say that because that was definitely messed up. Like, he did, in my opinion, he didn't deserve that. Maybe some of you guys felt he did. Yes, he was a dick all season long, but it's only because he didn't understand what was actually happening. But yeah, I definitely liked Lucas staying by Max's side at the end, just the whole group being back together. Some characters I don't know what's going to happen with, like Argyle. Hopefully he sticks around for next season because he was a great comic relief. Give him a more serious storyline next season. Hopefully they do that. I don't know if they will, but I feel like he should be brought back, and hopefully he stays Jonathan's boy, because I do feel like when next season starts, Jonathan and Nancy are going to be separated, and maybe by the end of it, Nancy and Steve will get back together, as long as they don't kill off either of them. But yeah, what other characters? Who else haven't I really discussed yet? No more Eddie, obviously. Dustin, I'm sure he'll reunite with Susie next season at some point, actually in person. We'll see those two together. Mike and Elle, like I said, those two, they're going to stay together forever. Joyce and Hopper, I'm so happy that they're together because they deserve each other. She went to like the end of the world to save his ass. So yeah, that was a great freaking scene. They had some amazing scenes. And goddamn, I should I should say this as well. I was sipping out for a Winona there for a minute when they were doing their undressing scene when they're both looking opposite directions. I was like, damn, Winona, I didn't know you had that under those clothes. So that was funny, but no, legit, she was looking good. So I don't know her situation. She's probably married, but either way, hey Winona, just saying, give me a call sometime. Huge fan. But no, all jokes aside, what other characters do we have to go through? Max, I already mentioned her. Hopefully she wakes up and she's in a better place at the start of next season. Who else we got? I think that's pretty much most of the characters. Steve, he didn't get the girl this season. He's still alive though. I guess that's the most important thing. He's still besties with Robin. She might be getting the girl herself, I should say. A bit of a relationship. There was definitely an opening there at the very end, and she was playing it cool, but I felt bad for her also. I think it was last episode, though. But I'm just happy that her and Steve, they're still like best friends. They're both alive. They're still here. For the majority of our cast, going into the next season, we're still here. And I did bring this up before. I actually did see an interview. I didn't read it, but I did see it floating around on Twitter also near the start of the season, that the actress that played Elle, I think it's Millie Bobby Brown or something like that, she basically wanted this show to go the Game of Thrones route where they start killing off major cast members. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. If we're going into the final season, I guess why not? Like, if it's ending anyway, but they could always bring it back in the future. Money talks, right? So it does seem like they do have a plan in mind, though. They definitely left us on one hell of a cliffhanger with the world going to shit, so I can't wait for it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my reactions to this season. I know they didn't do as many views as, well, maybe some of them. My one reaction to, what episode was it? Episode 4, Dear Billy. That one surprised me with how many views it got. Like, that was an insane episode, though, so I'm not really surprised by that. But the rest of the episodes, I didn't really get too many views, so for those that were tuning in, hopefully you guys really enjoyed my reactions to it because I freaking love this season. I love this show so much. I love these characters. R.I.P. Eddie. I shed my tears for you guys. I shed my tears for the world to see. So if you guys could give me a like, that's all that I ask. Subscribe as well because obviously when season 5 comes out, I'll be reacting to that as well. But there's plenty of other shows I am going to be reacting to. Better Call Saul, its second half of the season is just around the corner. House of the Dragon comes out in about a month. Can't wait for that. I don't know how many episodes that is. I think it's only about 10 episodes or so. And then once that wraps up, we should be getting right on time to the end of The Walking Dead, the final 8 episodes. So a lot of big things are happening on the channel. As always, definitely know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys could like, subscribe, it really helps my channel grow. Till next time, I am out. Enjoy your day. Back as an asshole. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough for you, wasn't good enough for you, damn. You play me like a yo-yo and shit. Well, I'm not the one to be yo-yo, and when you put that shit on me, then I watch you leave, let you back in, you came back in and shit on me, drag me along for a week.